Hey, welcome back into the show. We are getting back to the show as it got interrupted the other day due to some technical difficulties. So we're back in here to finish up the highlights and get into the predictions for week 12. So as we do that, you want to give through a quick rendition of what our records are moving forward here?
Yep, got them right here. Randy's record is currently sitting at 64 wins, 36 losses. Todd, you're sitting at 96 wins, 68 losses, and one tie. My record is 90 wins, 74 losses, and one tie.
All right, sounds good. And we last left off on the Rams and Saints. Let's get into this one real quick. I think I got through the stats, but I'll do them again. Stafford went 11 for 18 before getting knocked out, 159, 2 touchdowns, no picks. The Rams actually got 61 yards on the ground, which is something they haven't had much of. But the Saints in the end, Andy Dalton, 3 touchdowns, no picks. They win a flawless game at home, 27-20. They improved to 4-7, somehow are still alive in the NFC South while the Rams are buried in last.
Probably not much to say about this game other than the Rams are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook. Had to throw that one in. The rest in peace of Denny Green, one of the best coaches in NFL and Vikings history. But no, man, it just goes to show you that the Rams were they were all in for the Super Bowl last year, maybe the year before that. But it just goes to show you don't put what's that one famous saying say, Todd? Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Pretty much, yeah. You have to take it as you get it, man.
Yeah, definitely do that. Don't do what the Rams did. Yes, one Super Bowl or one NBA, whatever, one championship for that one season does mean a lot for that one season. But then after that one season is over, if you're not prepared for for the outcome of not having draft picks or anything like that, you're going to be in trouble. It's going to come back and bite you in the butt before you know it. The questions are going to start coming the coach's way, like Sean. I almost call him Salisbury, the genius as you like to call him, McVay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, questions are going to be coming at him like, what did you – and he honestly doesn't care. That dude's he's getting paid, and he's going to end up quitting and leaving the Rams in a funk hole. And as far as the Saints, bro, I don't know. That's, I guess, a team that you just don't know what to expect for. And like from week to week, they're a bipolar team. One week they're good, the next week they're bad. But not much to say. Maybe next week the Rams will pick up a win, but I don't really trust the Rams like that. Neither do the Saints. I don't trust neither one of these teams. As a matter of fact, last week I went by the logo and the colors on this on the predictions, and luckily I went with the Saints.
Yeah, you guessed right on that one. I actually went with the Rams, so I took an L in that one. That'll move us on to the next game. Surprising surprise is the Detroit Lions, who now have a better record than the Rams that we just talked about. They're now 4-6, 2-3 on the road. They went into New York and beat the Giants. So the Giants at one point here were 6-1. They've lost 2 out of their last 3. They fall to 7-3, 4-2 at home. Jared Goff, 17-26, 165 yards. He didn't have to do too much because Justin Jackson and Jamal Williams and DeAndre Swift, between the 3 of them, rushed for 160 yards. And then Amon St. Brown had 7 catches for 76 yards. Daniel Jones, when he has to throw more than 25 times, it's a recipe for disaster. He threw 44 times in this one, 341, a touchdown and 2 big interceptions. Daniel Jones was their leading rusher. Saquon Barkley was shut down, surprisingly, by Detroit, who has one of the worst defenses in all the league. And then some guy named Wan'Dale Robinson had 9 catches for 100 yards. Darius Slayton had 5 for 86. But to no avail. Detroit ran the ball and ran the Giants out of their own ball game or out of their own stadium. What do you think about this one?
It was a big shocker. I think everybody picked I don't want to say everybody, but about 90% of people picked the Giants to win this one with ease, and it was a complete opposite way. So if you're a big time bettor and you bet the Detroit Lions to win this game, congratulations, you just came away with the bank on this one. This is just the Giants slowly starting to show their true colors. Just goes to show you why our records in the beginning of the season, like you covered, Todd, at the beginning of the season, you just didn't know who was real and who was good, who was bad, and all that stuff. And now the Giants are starting to show signs. Now, when you feel like you're comfortable picking on the Giants on prediction shows or like betting money on them or whatever, they're just going to let you down. Now it's just like, it's just one of those 2022 teams. You just got to label them as one of those mysterious teams that look good, but now they're starting to show their flaws. The Lions are surprisingly good, man. They've got a 3-game win streak going. They beat the Packers, they beat the Bears, and now they beat the Giants. All three of those teams had better records than them. So congratulations to the Detroit Lions, man. Kudos to them, bro. Like that's like for the Lions, that's like basically for you guys, the Arizona Cardinals over there in the NFC West. That's a team that nobody takes serious ever in the division. You're like, yeah, we got the Lions. It's a snooze fest or whatever. We're gonna blow them out. Nobody cares about that team. But hey, man, congratulations. You guys deserve it. I know there's some diehard fans out here in this area where I'm at, and hopefully they keep their winning ways and just lose one more game to the Minnesota Vikings, because me and my nephews will be at that game December 11th at Ford Field.
Oh, there you go. You got to take plenty of video and post it too.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I'll be posting it.
And here's the thing about Detroit. I remember we were talking earlier, about between Lovie Smith not getting the results, but the team's been playing good. The Houston Texans. You were talking about how Detroit has to play good to save Campbell's job, and I believed it too, because you figure when they're losing, if they're at least showing fight, and that was last year. Now this year you got to see some results. You can't afford to be where Lovie Smith is. If Lovie Smith is here next year, same thing, then yeah, he's on the hot seat too. But the fact that Campbell's got a 3-game winning streak going, they're getting respectable. I mean, nobody figures that, we'll get into the prediction show, that they're going to win against Buffalo per se. But if they play hard, I mean, you had some comments by Bears players the other day, last week, who said that the Lions are beginning to be a pain in the ass, because since Campbell's arrived, a couple longtime Bears players were like, dude, they're way too physical. They're getting really physical. And that's, they're taking on their coaches, kind of physical, punch you in the mouth type of play. So maybe Detroit's identity's finally starting to come through. What do you think about that?
You really want to know what I think is going to happen?
What?
I think because Detroit's having success, the owners are going to fire Dan Campbell. They're going to be like, you're winning, dude. You're messing up the draft order. We want to draft in the top 3 every single year. We want to. That's what, I don't know, man. Hopefully I'm wrong about that. And I'm just trolling at this point. But hopefully, honestly, man, I would love for Detroit to always suck. But man, you gotta feel bad for the diehard fans that pay like season ticket prices and pay for the team to have, like, they get emotionally attached. And we're all fans, man. Like the Seahawks, for you just want your team to win something, like me, the Vikings. The same thing goes for Lion fans, bro. Like, honestly, all that bias stuff, crap aside, bro. Like, you just gotta feel for certain fans, like Brown fans and Lions fans and all that. But yeah, man, I hope that Dan Campbell and Lovie Smith both stick to the teams that they got right now, because they're both going to be good coaches. Now they're showing it now. Who's to say that they're going to actually like have long-term success? Because let's be honest, they beat the Lions, beat the Packers, and Aaron Rodgers hasn't been the same. And then the Bears, that you can't figure them out. And then the Giants, where they really all that good, but it's still 3 straight wins. You just like have to like throw that little shade in there, because if they start losing all these games, like if they get on the 3-game losing streak, you can look back at these 3 games like, oh, maybe Carlos was telling the truth.
Yeah, because I mean they've had seasons where they can't win 3 games. So the fact that they've got 3 in a row, that's pretty damn good. So
yeah, but don't get too high on the Detroit Lions, because it wasn't too long ago when everybody was high on the New York Giants. But I'll say it again: the Lions did beat up. They are on a 3-game win streak. Congratulations on that. But you also have to look at the teams they beat and how they beat them. They beat a banged up Packers team that's not that good this year. A Bears team that's a mysterious team that's one week to another, and then the Giants, who are starting to show their true colors. So I mean, just putting that out there. Don't get too high on them. Just stay humble, Lion fans.
There you go. Sonia checking in, by the way. She said she should have betted. Randy's checks in 40-3. He's reminding you that. We're gonna get to that game in a second here.
I hate to
Yeah. I'm not running from it.
And so the next game is Raiders taking on the Broncos, 2 of the most disappointing teams in all the NFL.
Do you have the screen?
Yes.
Alrighty.
The Raiders go to 3-7. They drop the Broncos to 3-7, further helping the Seahawks draft this year. Derek Carr is 23 of 37, 307, 2 touchdowns, no picks. His best game, probably second best game of the year. Josh Jacobs, 24 carries, 109 yards. Devontae Adams, 7 for 141. So that scares me, because we play Raiders next. And if you let their offense get going, that could be a problem.
Dude, I like how you just said, and then you just kept going with it flawlessly. Like, there was nothing. Like, you just changed your voice instantly. No cough, no nothing. No need to get a deep breath. That was awesome right there, man.
Thank you. Russell Wilson, our former MVP right there, 24 for 31, leading the league's worst offense. They are averaging 16 points a game. They said on after the game, if the Broncos were to average 19 points a game, their record would be 9-1. So let that sink in. Latavius Murray, 17 carries for 49 yards. Melvin Gordon was cut after this game for fumbling for the 8th time this year. Broncos lose again and in overtime, embarrassingly at home. Thoughts on this game?
Dude, what can you really say, man? It's the Denver Broncos didn't want it as much as the Raiders. The Raiders are a bad team. They're not a bad roster team. They got a good roster. They both got good rosters. It's just the head coaches who's worse. And at this point, Nathaniel Hackett is the worst of the two. I don't know. I really don't have much to say, bro. I wish I had more and more enthusiasm towards these teams, but they're just like two teams that aren't going to do nothing this year. They're just like flat out just a bad run team right now, bad run teams. But I did want to bring up something that's probably going to be music to your ears. Russell Wilson at the beginning of the year for Madden, because I play Madden, right? I'm pretty sure everybody knows that, right? Russell Wilson was rated like an 89 or 88 at the beginning of the year. Can you take a wild guess at what his rating on Madden is now?
79?
78.
78?
78. And you know what Geno Smith's rating is? I don't know what it was at the beginning of the year, but you know what it is now?
He was probably a 75 before.
48.
I wouldn't doubt it. Maybe even a 74. I would say 74 to 76. That's where he was at the beginning of the year. He's about an 81 now.
Damn, he's ranked higher than Wilson. That's crazy, bro.
Yep. This goes to show you, man, everywhere the Seahawks were smart for letting Russell Wilson go.
Yeah, I mean, I got a hats off to Schneider and freaking Carroll. So we'll get more into that as we go. But first, we got to get into how about them Cowboys?
Ooh,
Ow!
Cowboys go to 7-3. The Vikings, unbelievable. Okay, let me just tell you this real quick before I let you tee off on your Vikings here. I remember before the game, they were previewing the second half games and winding down the first half, and they just showed an enthusiastic Vikings home stadium with all the fans standing up, and they're blowing the horn, going doo, and they were doing the Skol chant, and everyone was just super happy. And I don't know what happened. I mean, did the Vikings forget how to play football? Because 40-3 is your final. Dak Prescott, 22 of 25, 2 touchdowns, a perfect quarterback rating. Tony Pollard, 80 yards on the ground. Elliott, 42 for the Ewok, combined 151 yards. Pollard had 109 yards through the air. Kirk Cousins was 12 for 23. Every time they showed him, he was getting sacked. Seven times. Dalvin Cook, 11 for 72 on the ground. T.J. Hawkinson was your leading receiver. Justin Jefferson shut down. Dude, what the hell happened?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't want to give too long-winded answer, but I got to give you guys what I think, right? About what happened to my team, especially getting blown out 40-3. This was an absolute butt kicking. I'm gonna try and watch my language. But this was an absolute butt kicking by the Dallas Cowboys to the Vikings. I look at the Cowboys, they played a smart game. They took all the energy and all the momentum out of the Minnesota. I don't know how much of the game anybody watched. But to start the game, I was like, man, what's going on? Dallas is like boring me. They're boring me to death. And I was just getting frustrated. I was like, this is boring. But that was a game plan that they went into the game, and kudos to them on that one. They were smart for doing that. At Minnesota, they looked like they were hungover after that tremendous win in Buffalo, and it looked like they had forgotten how to, like you said, play football. They were so full of themselves. And you know what? Tony Pollard, before I finished it up with the Vikings, Tony Pollard had won a game for the ages, and I didn't know that his contract was coming up. So he's an upcoming unrestricted free agent. So he's balling out right now. He's showing everybody right now what he's capable of doing. But is it fool's gold? You know, you see it all the time when these players have tremendous years, and then they have these absolute historical performances, and then they get paid, and then like Ezekiel Elliott hasn't been the same since he got paid. And Tony Pollard, he's gonna get paid big dollar for the season that he's having right now and outperforming Ezekiel Elliott, who got the bag. But I don't know, man. Tony Pollard is just going to put up numbers so that way he can get paid. It happens for every position, every sport. You see it every year, unrestricted free agent. But that's what happened with Tony Pollard. That's why we couldn't cover him from worth a lick through the air on the ground. And as far as Minnesota, I'm going to say that this was actually a blessing in disguise. I actually wanted them to everything that could go wrong happened to the Minnesota Vikings. Especially after a huge win, because in the playoffs you're gonna have a win like this, right? You're gonna have, because Minneapolis Miracle that was being talked about from Viking fans everywhere in social media, everywhere. Like, is Minnesota gonna come out looking like from a Minneapolis Miracle to Philadelphia, or are they gonna come out and actually try? A loss like this, actually, like going from a win, a historical win to a historical loss, is actually a good thing in the middle of the season, because now we get to see all the flaws and all that, and we get to clean all that up. All that bad crap that all the Vikings are this and that, we see what their flaws are now. Now it's time to build it up. And see how they go from here. So, but if they come out tomorrow and they lose to the Patriots, bro, and they look flat, they're going to be in the world of trouble. And I'll be the first one to say they're pretenders if they come out and look flat against the Patriots. I will stand up and shout that one.
We're going to get into that as we'll do predictions on the finishing up here as we get through these last couple games, because we got to talk about the Vikings right there and if they're going to be able to hang with a tough Patriots defense. Let's get into the Cincinnati game in Pittsburgh. So this one was a little bit tighter than we thought. Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett played a great game. Bengals go to 6-4. Steelers learn a little bit about themselves on offense, fall to 3-7. Joe Burrow, 24 for 39, 355, 4 touchdowns, 2 picks for Burrow. Let's see, Perrine, the running game's nothing to talk about. Higgins, 9 for 148, good game. But Samaje Penny, 4 for 52 and 3 touchdowns through the air. Kenny Pickett, 25, 42, 265, a touchdown, no picks. Is he your quarterback for the future? We'll find out. Najee Harris, 20 for 90 on the ground. And George Pickens in this one, 4 for 83. I didn't watch too much of this game. I just saw that they were wearing their cool white jerseys. Thoughts on the Steelers keeping it close? Because I thought this was going to be more of a blowout.
Yep.
Well, divisional game, as it's been preached over and over every single show that we do. It's divisional game. And as far I was with you on that one, I really didn't watch too much of this game, especially with the Vikings game being on. And I should have watched the Steelers game more than the Vikings, because the Vikings didn't put up any type of fight against the Dallas Cowboys. But to answer your question about the quarterback of the future for the Pittsburgh Steelers, we will find out real soon. If Mike Tomlin isn't the coach here within the next 2 years, 2 to 3 years, then no, your answer is going to be no, he won't be the quarterback, because when a new coaching staff, new regime comes in, they want to get rid of everything that the old coach had, unless they have like a prominent Hall of Famer, or like whatever you can get, like something that sparks up the fans or whatever. But if he sticks around and Mike Tomlin sticks around, then that will be the quarterback of the future for at least the next 4 to 5 years until his contract expires, and then they'll move on from him. But yeah, man, the still divisional game, but Jamar Chase will be coming back this upcoming week for the Bengals, so maybe he'll give them that spark. As you said, the running game, Samaje Perrine or whatever his name is. Mm-hmm. I remember when I was looking up, because I actually had the game up on the TV and I was watching the Vikings game on my tablet. And like when I would look up, I looked up twice, and it looked like it was the same touchdown that they were talking about for like a half hour in time frame, and it was 2 different touchdowns. I was like, wow! I was like, that guy's having a game. But yeah, congratulations to the Steelers. They look like they want to close the deal. They want to make it back to the playoffs, and they showed an interesting stat line or a fact or whatever. That last year at the same exact time, the Bengals had the same exact record, and we've seen what they did last year when the playoffs came.
Yeah, we'll see if they have another run in them, because, I mean, it comes down to me for their offensive line. So that's the only way they're going to win moving forward. Let's clear these last 2 games. Kansas City Chiefs go into SoFi and beat the Chargers 30-27. They go to 8-2, pretty much wrapping up that division. They're 2-0 against the Chargers this year, but 2 nail biters. Chargers really blew the game in Kansas City by dropping those interception gifts that Mahomes gave them, and then also in this game they blew the game by not starting what they not finishing what they started in the second half by going cold and then coming back. And then it was so predictable, man. I watched this game from start to finish, and I knew the Chargers were going to come out and play crappy in the second half, and then they would get it going. They take the lead at the very end, but they left too much time, and then an interception killed the game. Mahomes went 20 of 34, 329, 3 touchdowns. Isaiah Pacheco, 15 for 107. Kelsey you can't stop that dude, man. With
No.
all his weapons, 6 for 115, 3 more touchdowns. Justin Herbert had a pretty good game, 23 of 30, 280, but 2 touchdowns and that critical interception. Eckler rushed for 83. And the Chargers receiving core, banged up as it is, still did an all right job, although Williams went right back out. Keenan Allen had 5 for 94. Joshua Palmer, emerging star, had 8 catches for 106 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chargers, are they a season away, or what's going on with them, man?
That dude Joshua Palmer, I think he got out for the game, didn't he? Like, I don't know if you can pull it right there on your notes or in your
late in the game. Yeah, he got hurt.
Yeah, which is bad news, bro. Like the Chargers, I think that they should be in the running for like top dog in the AFC. But I've been saying it, man. That dude Brandon Staley is not the answer, bro. He's gonna hold the Chargers back. They got a talented team. They brought in all these nice all these nice pieces to the puzzle for over there in LA for the Chargers, and that dude Brandon Staley just cannot get the job done. It's as clear as day, bro. Like, I don't know if anybody else sees the same thing that I see. Is just, they're gonna have to come to an agreement, give this dude one more season, and if they can't make the playoffs next year, that dude's gotta go. I don't know if he's gonna be around that much longer. But the Chiefs, dude, Travis Kelce, man, 3 more touchdowns. Who says that he needs Tyreek Hill for any success for his own resume, right? Yep. And then Isaiah Pacheco, I want to say his name is. That dude, he's slowly becoming the number 1 running back for Kansas City, which is a good thing because Kansas City has not had since Mahomes was a starter. They haven't had a starting. As a matter of fact, I'll go way back to when Kareem Hunt was a running back, the starting running back. They haven't had a running back in Kansas City that was consistent. They've had all these journeyman running backs, and you just fill the roster spot in, and that's all they've had. But yeah, the Chiefs were, for me, it was predictable that they were going to win, bro. It was a good game, but it was predictable that the Chiefs were going to win.
Very predictable. And more predictable than that is the 49ers, who I think have slunk in or have gone into first place, and I don't think they're going to look back. I love my Seahawks, but, they beat them. Exactly.
You all right?
Yeah, sound effects there. I really think that the Niners are probably going to make a run here, and they went into Mexico. This game wasn't even close. I mean, you had Colt McCoy starting 4-7. Go to the Cardinals. The Niners now 6-4, but you got a real strong offense, gimmicky offense, hard to stop. And when you add all those players that are now healthy, Niners are going to be a problem in the NFC. They're 20 for 29, 228, 4 touchdowns, no picks. This is a team where you don't want to go to their house, but you don't want them coming to your house either. Elijah Mitchell, 9 for 59 on the ground. Kittle, 4 for 84, 2 touchdowns. No need to even talk about those lousy-ass Cardinals. They lose 38-10.
Well, I'll tell you what, the 49ers had full control of this game from start to finish. They let the Cardinals think they had a chance, and I remember watching the game. In the first half, the Cardinals were hanging tight with the 49ers, and then I was like, oh, okay, the Niners, I think they were up by like 7 going into the half. And then I thought to myself, I was sitting there thinking, I was like, man, the Cardinals, the 49ers they're gonna milk the clock. They're gonna take full possession of the third quarter. If they get the ball, they got the ball in the third quarter, which they started running the clock and slowly started working their way towards a big lead. And then what ended up happening when that happened was Colt McCoy had to turn on his gunslinger mode on, and he's not that type of quarterback. And the 49ers just pinned their ears back and had a sack fest, and then they just started having their way. But DeAndre Hopkins, bro, I think DeAndre Hopkins, yes, he's well known, and people talk about him like he gets his respect, but he's still not as respected as he should, bro. I know he's a Cardinal, and you hate the Cardinals or whatever, but bro, you got to give that man credit. He's out here putting some dynamic numbers up with Colt McCoy with every quarterback. Like, it just seems like every single year he has a different quarterback because Kyler Murray now he's injured all the time and he can't stay healthy. But that dude DeAndre Hopkins has to go down. He has to go into the Hall of Fame, regardless if he's a part of a Super Bowl team or not. That dude is absolutely amazing, dude. He just makes plays with any quarterback against any corner. He makes great plays with any quarterback against any cornerback. Oh. I don't want to get the words mixed up, so I had to make sure that there was like space between the words. But yeah, that dude's amazing. I love watching that dude DeAndre Hopkins play.
Yeah, he's pretty decent, dude. He's a bit of a head case, but he's good. And
absolutely, dude.
The Cardinals got some pieces, but I don't have any respect for Kingsbury or the midget, so let's move
You
on.
don't respect the sunglasses?
Why you not,
Not-
respecting
not-
sunglasses?
Or the midget.
I'm a midget.
No, you're just little. All right, let's move on. Now we're going to get into the prediction part of the show. Sorry we had to go through that pretty fast. We're going to go through this one pretty fast, too.
Yes.
So we got 3 games tomorrow, and it starts off with everyone's favorite, the Detroit Lions, always. They have one of the losingest records of all time, and especially on Thanksgiving. They're 4-6, 7-3 coming in are the Buffalo Bills.
Oh.
The Buffalo Bills currently are 82% chance, or they're a 9-point favorite, 9.5, almost 10. And it'll be indoors in Detroit. Who do you got and why in this one?
I'm gonna go. It's so easy to pick the Buffalo Bills, and I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. I got to talk about the Lions a little bit. Now if the Lions beat the Buffalo Bills, doesn't matter if it's Thursday, if it's early in Thursday, doesn't matter, bro. The Buffalo Bills should steamroll to the Detroit Lions, right? That's what you would think. But if the Detroit Lions put up a big fight and the Buffalo Bills can have a hard time closing them out, then it's going to be bad news for the Buffalo Bills because they had a hard time with the Cleveland Browns. They lost to Minnesota at home in that awesome game, and then they lost to the Jets a few weeks before that, or a week before that. But yeah, the Buffalo Bills had to blow out the Lions, bro. They had to have a statement win. They had to get back on their dominating wins. Otherwise, it's going to be bad news. And Buffalo could be eliminated. They could be out of the playoffs before the AFC Championship game if they can't have another statement win. Detroit, if they somehow come away with the win in this one, then it'll be their first 4-game win streak probably in this whole entire since the new millennium started. I want to say I don't think they've ever
Life
been
is
on a
uncertain.
4-game win
With
streak,
CalHope's
and it'll
free
be
and
against
secure
one of the
mental health
very best
resources,
teams
it's easy to get the
this
help
league
you
has
and
seen
your
in
loved ones need when
quite
you
a
need it the
while.
most.
Yeah.
So I really want Detroit to win this game, but I don't know if I should wish that upon myself because they're in the division, and that'll just that might put them right into the playoffs and put some fire in the NFC. But I'm gonna go with Buffalo in this one.
Yeah, definitely get him back in the game. Sorry about the audio. They got messed up there again, everybody. But let's get the picks real quick. You're going with Buffalo. I'm going to go with Buffalo. I think that they should take it easy on the Lions as far as not running him so much. Let's see Allen throw the ball a little bit more. Don't want to put him in an injury-prone situation. Each monkey goes with the Bills as well. Sonia goes with the Bills, but it'll be close. And Randy's official pick is the Lions. So he's going to go.
Randy's official pick is the Lions?
Yes.
Oh, my God. He finally picks a trash team. I'm going for the Bills.
Okay. He's
Damn.
he's throwing shade. He said he finally picks a trash team. So he's saying he's picking nothing but wow.
Hey, coming from a Packer fan, you already fit in, bro. Coming from a Packer fan, you already fit right in.
Damn, Walter throwing shade. Good God. All right, so there's the picks on those games. Let's move to the next one. And this will be the New York Giants 7-3 versus the Dallas Cowboys 7-3. Battle for second place. Believe it or not, the Cowboys are a 10-point favorite at home. Who do you got and why in this one?
New York versus Dallas. You said who was a 10-point favorite? Dallas?
Cowboys are a 10-point favorite.
I'm gonna go with Dallas, bro. Like they got their front seven is that's all I gotta say is their front seven is gonna do the job, and that's all you need to know from this game. Just pay attention to Dallas and how I'm pretty sure everybody this is preaching to the choir right here. But Dallas's front seven is gonna they're gonna be the steal of the show, not steal of the show. I don't even know what to call them, bro. They're just gonna dominate. Let's just put Dallas. They're gonna cover that 10-point spread easily.
42 sacks to lead the league right now in 10 games. That's close to a record, if not the record. So Cowboys are playing hella good football right now. Zeke Elliott, the offense, it looks like Dak's getting back into it. But with all that being said, I'm going Giants. I'm going to Gigantes. I'm going for the upset. I think Saquon gets the running game going. They win the time of possession. Dallas makes some Thanksgiving Day turnovers, and the desserts go to the Giants. I'm going to go with the upset in this one. Let's see. Each monkey goes with the Cowboys. Randy goes officially with the Cowboys. Sonia goes with the Cowboys, but she says that it's hard to type the Cowboys because she hates the Cowboys. So
she's a Washington fan.
She's a woke fan. Yes.
Randy's also picking a trash team again, but I'm going with the New York Giants with my pops.
She's going with Giants. Okay. So Walter goes to the Giants. But the Cowboys are good though, Walter. Cowboys are good.
Not in my book. They're trash. They
Why
lost.
why are they a trash team? Let's hear the reason. Why are they a trash team, Walter?
First of all, they lost to the trashiest team this year.
Who?
The Packers. They lost to, and everybody had a choice that the Packers were gonna lose the game. Even I knew the Packers were gonna lose the game.
Hey, this guy's
I still voted for them.
This guy's got a bright future in football, doesn't he? He knows his stuff.
I'm teaching him too much here.
Hey, keep it up, man. He's going to be doing what we're doing here in a few years.
Probably. He'll probably make it onto a network. All right, so we covered that one. Everyone went with Cowboys except me and Walter. So we're going for the upset here. That'll move us on to the Thursday night game, which is tomorrow night's game, where Carlos's butt cheeks are a little bit clinched on this one. He needs a big W. Vikings are 8-2 versus the Patriots, who are scary 6-4. They're only a 2-point favorite at home. What do you think?
2-point favorite at home. I don't know how they can be favored after the type of performance that they put up against Dallas. I really want to pick Minnesota, but man, something's drawing me to the New England Patriots, bro. I think I'm going to go with the Patriots in this one, which I that's not my official pick. I'm just waffling really hard. I haven't made my decision, and I thought about this game since Sunday. Like I can't. I'm gonna just have to go with Minnesota because they're 2-point favorites. But honestly, New England's probably going to end up winning this one because Bill Belichick, he's so smart, bro. Like he's dealing with like Bill Belichick doesn't have nothing going on in New England, but that team is feisty with him. So I mean, I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
If Jefferson's shut down, that could be a problem. But then again, I'm just not buying into that Patriots offense. Again, they went up against a very stymied, stout defense of the Jets, and they could only muster 3 points. Who knows if that would have even been a win or a loss in overtime? That could have been a tie had it not been for that punt return. Yeah. So I'm going to go with the Vikings on this one. If I know the Patriots offense is better than they were last year or last week. They're going to be better, but I don't see it, dude. So I'm going Vikings on this one. Randy's going to go with the Vikings as well, and he says, you got me arguing with a 2-year-old.
A 2-year-old.
Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold your horses.
The rivalry continues.
Exactly. And then Sonia's going for the upset with the Pats.
And I like it.
And each monkey's going with Skull Gang. And who are you going with?
Go. Let's go, Monk. Let's go, Sonia. Let's go, Monk. We're going to get it done. Come on, Randy.
I might pick the Vikings. But at the exact same time, I'm a Packer fan.
Okay, so
might as well go for the New England Patriots.
Oh,
they beat the Jets, and the Jets are trash now.
Hey, just when you get older, don't bet on these type of games, Walter. You gotta be a little bit wiser when it comes down to these type of games.
Yeah, you gotta put emotions aside.
Yeah, that's the big thing when it comes down to predictions. But that's something that you'll learn as time goes on.
I'm just spitting facts.
That's true. Dang, he's got it. He's got it in him, doesn't he?
He sure does, man. Let's see. So he went with the Pats. All right. So that'll take us into what do you call it? Our next game.
The Sunday games.
Yeah, Sunday games, which is the first one. Denver Broncos 3-7 go into the Carolina Panthers to play the Panthers 3-8. In this one, the Broncos are 2-point favorites. It's going to be sunny and clear, 61 degrees in Carolina.
Ouch, man. It's like I've been picking the Broncos, and they haven't given me a reason to keep picking them. They keep losing, bro. They keep losing. Carolina might be a little bit more they don't have the roster that Denver has, but they've got more heart. And those guys are just playing for a roster spot next year. So give me the Carolina Panthers in this one, just because I'm done picking it. I'm done getting disappointed by the Broncos, bro. I'm done looking at Russell Wilson as this top-notch quarterback when he's not performing like one. You said it yourself earlier. The Broncos, they're only averaging like 16 points. What's that like? That's like what? A touchdown and 2 field goals,
they're averaging just a touchdown a game. They've done that 8 times.
Yep.
And 16 points a game. And they're usually scoring their points early in the game and nothing in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going with Carolina, bro. Carolina at least it has a little bit of excitement to them, even though they're playing the carousel with the quarterback. Last week was Baker Mayfield. 2 weeks ago was PJ Walker, and this week is Sam Darnold. So I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
It's just a way to throw teams off, I guess.
Big-headed quarterback gets the start this week.
Yeah, I'm going with Carolina. Who are you going with?
I'm also going to go with Carolina. I'm with you. I'm taking it as, man, until they prove me different. The coaching staff sucks.
No.
Russell Wilson is, he's not changing things up. He's still with the Broncos country. Let's ride. It's just not going to work for me. So, I'm going with the Panthers. Let's see. Sonia says she's going to go with the Broncos. And Each Monkey says both teams are bad, but he's going to go with the Panthers. And
that's saying it nicely, Monk.
Yeah, and then Randy's like, Panthers, baby. So it looks like one. And then what do you got, Walter? Panthers or Broncos? Broncos. So that's 2 for Broncos. Sony and Walter.
Do you really have to ask every time he goes against Randy's pick every time, man?
I don't go against Randy. It's just
okay, whatever.
You just have so far every single pick.
The Panthers suck.
Both teams suck.
Yeah, actually.
All right, so that'll move us to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are now 5-5, 2-2 away. It seems like they haven't played in forever, but they play the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland, 3-7. The Browns are the Bucs are 3.5-point favorites. It's 52 degrees with a chance of snow in this one. So who do we got in this one? Cleveland's all that talent and struggling, or Tampa Bay's 500 ways?
Fire up the cannons. I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay. That's what the announcer always says. Fire up the cannons.
Oh my gosh! All right, so the you want the gay wink from the Buccaneer?
Huh?
You want the gay wink from the Buccaneer? The wink.
Yeah, the pyro wink.
Hey, brother, I'm gonna get in your swashbuckling the pie hole.
The freak is that?
Exactly. Randy says, haha, you picked a trash team. Each Monkey's going with Tampa Bay. I am going to go with Cleveland.
Well, you're going with a lot of upsets this week, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to dip my hand into that one. I'm thinking Cleveland actually plays pretty good in this one.
Dad, I'm not going to go with you this time.
Oh,
you're going to lose by yourself.
All right, so who you got?
Hey, before Randy, hold on. Before you announce who Randy goes with, ask Walter who he's going with in this one. It's going to be interesting having Walter pick first. Let's go that way. Let's go that route this way. Start from here on out.
Tampa or Cleveland?
Tampa Bay.
He's going with the Buccaneers.
Who's Randy going with now?
So far Randy hasn't picked. Well, I have his picks right here.
Tampa Bay because they piss a lot.
Sonia's going with Tampa Bay as well.
Tampa Bay because they piss a lot and also they're girls.
Piss a lot. Okay, I don't think you know what a Buccaneer is. Randy's going with the Buccaneers. So I don't know where. That's not a lady, by the way.
I know.
Okay, no, you don't.
They want to be a lady in that old logo. He's kind of awkward. The old logo that the Buccaneers have.
Yeah, the old logo liked being on its knees. So let's move to the next one.
There's a few home dogs I like this week in the NFL, and one of them is the
NFL.
So let's go with Baltimore Ravens 7-3 on the road against Jacksonville 3-7. The Ravens are surprisingly low 4-point favorites. It's going to be 78 degrees and kind of humid. So they're going to be wearing their dark jerseys. Remember, that's what teams from Florida like to do. Who do you think has the advantage and why in this one?
Give me Jacksonville simply because Baltimore, dude. Like I got Lamar Jackson on all my fantasy teams. I was expecting him to have a big breakout year, especially with contract talks and all that. But Jacksonville's got a lot of fight in them, and this is one of those where Baltimore doesn't know what to do. Defend against Trevor Lawrence, which I don't know if you would actually factor that in yet. He hasn't really shown you really like big signs or big playmaker ability, but they also got the running game going in Jacksonville. And Baltimore, like I said, bro, like it's just they haven't really had that explosive season like they have in previous years. I don't know if Lamar Jackson's just playing it safe because he wants to secure his as they say, secure the bag when the season ends because he doesn't want to run too much or whatnot. But yeah, something's different with Lamar Jackson this year, bro, and it's showing in the fantasy football world and in all around, bro. Like the Baltimore Ravens should be a lot better than where they are right now. But Jacksonville is going to pull the upset on this one. I'm going Jacksonville.
All right, we'll see where it goes from there. What do you got, Walter? Because you're going Jacksonville for the upset. What do you got, Walter?
I picked Baltimore for last week. I'm going Baltimore again.
Okay, he's going for Baltimore. I agree. Like, I think the Ravens, their offense, this is a game that scares me. If they run your boy Jackson too much, he could wind up with an injury. So I'm hoping that, and they don't run into too many of those cramps down there and the humidity in Florida. But this is a game where I think Jacksonville is going to keep it close. It's going to be ugly. Look at the Ravens struggled against the Panthers, only scoring 13 points.
Yeah,
so
it took them a long time to score a touchdown, bro. It took them. They were stuck on 3-3 forever.
Exactly. So it took them way until the fourth quarter to get anything going. It looks like I'm the only one that's going with the Jaguars is you. Randy went with the Ravens. Sonia went with the Ravens. Each Monkey went with the Ravens. Cujo checks in and says hi.
Cujo?
Yeah, Cujo's in. Let's see. Never pick with your
Big
heart.
CJ.
You'll never be broke. Yeah, CJ's in. So
Randy.
we got some Hall of Famers in the building right now, man.
there you
Appreciate
go.
you guys.
Like it. I like it a lot. That'll bring us over to Miami Dolphins. Dolphins are 7-3, 4-1 at home. This one might be the no-brainer of the week right here. Houston Texans are 1-8, 1-4 on the road. Inexperienced. They are, check this out, a 13.5-point underdog.
Oh, that's it. Just 13. Just 2 touchdowns. That's it.
2 touchdowns, and it's 85 degrees with humidity in Miami.
85 degrees?
85 degrees.
I'm going with Miami, man. There's really not much as a discuss. Miami's going to blow them out. Like they're gonna cover that easily.
The people on the field are going to die out there.
It's going to be like 100 degrees or more with all the pads, so this one's going to be tough, man. If you were to bet the Texans and they win, I'm pretty sure you'd make some really nice money on this, but I wouldn't do it. That passing game by Tua Tagovailoa has been great so far. The running game's been getting better with the former Niner backs back there. So, and the defense has come up. So maybe they're gonna tear them apart. I don't know, but right now the picks are coming in. Who do you got, Walter? Dolphins or Texans?
They're both trash teams, so why should I pick?
No, they're not trash. One of them is.
No, one of them's going to make the playoffs, Walter.
Oh yeah.
Which one's going to make the playoffs?
Dolphins. Hurry up. Make a pick.
Who are you going with, Ty, while he makes his pick?
I already got some of the other ones except Sonia. Sonia hasn't checked in with hers yet.
The horn goes.
All right, who you got?
For me.
Who you got? Hurry up.
The horn goes for me.
All right, hurry up. Make the pick.
He's pointing at.
Whatever.
I think he was pointing straight up where he's at. He's pointing at the Dolphins.
All right, we'll give him Dolphins in. So Dolphins, Dolphins all around here because it looks like each monkey is going with the Dolphins. Sonia's going with the Dolphins, and then Randy's unfortunately picking Miami, being a Jets fan. So there you go.
You're going with it's a clean sweep, right? Everybody went with the Dolphins.
Everyone went with the Dolphins, so that's a no-brainer. That'll take us to our next game, which is going to be the Randy Special. The Jets, Jets, Jets are 6-4 with everyone's favorite quarterback, Zach Wilson, who
he's benched. He's getting benched.
Yeah, I heard it's going to be for White, right?
Yeah, Mike White. Yeah,
another white guy stealing a white guy's job. Chicago
I'm talking
Bears.
about white privileges, right?
Exactly. Chicago Bears 3-8, 1-3 on the road. Surprise, surprise! Those 6-point favorites still are the Jets in this game. It's going to be 51 degrees and rain. So both teams. I mean, look, both teams are. Again, it's going to be a back and forth game probably. But you're asking a quarterback to step in the rain. Obviously, he can't do worse than what Wilson did last week. But right now, the Bears. This favors the Bears, in my opinion, because their run game's been so much better. 21 points they're scoring a game, 24 they're giving up. The Jets are scoring 19 and giving up 18. So close game right here. Who do you guys got in this one?
Well, for me, I'm gonna point out the fact that Justin Herbert has a separated shoulder. I saw that earlier when I was on social media. So I doubt he's gonna play in this game, especially with the rain. He's not gonna want to run, bro. Like it's a problem for Chicago right now, and I don't know who Chicago's backup is. Honestly, like their backup quarterback, I can't tell you right now. I have to search that. But I made my pick. I'm going with the Jets. They're a hungrier team. They only struggled against the Patriots, and I think they're benching Zach Wilson. While you look up the backup quarterback for the Bears, they only bench Zach Wilson for now until Mike White or whoever starts struggling and sucking it up. So this might be a way to get Zach Wilson to refocus and get his true potential out. The coaches do that all the time to their quarterbacks and stuff and corners and all that. So yeah, but anyways, man, enough of me rambling on. I'm going with the Jets.
Okay, you're going with the Jets. I'm looking up. Is it true Trevor Simeon's their backup?
Oh yeah, the former Bronco, Texan, and Minnesota Viking.
Yeah, Trevor Simeon's their backup. So
yeah, give me the New York Jets, dude. Give me the Jets. If he's a quarterback, give me the Jets. Even if Justin Herbert's is starting, bro, I doubt he's going to start because I said that separated shoulder. You cannot do that to the franchise quarterback. That dude's actually turning out to be pretty good. You got to protect him and just take it from there.
Jordan checks in. He says, "Yo,
Jaden and Jordan."
Yep. Sonia checks in with the Bears. Each monkey says Jets, and then Randy says the Bears. So,
wow.
Yeah, so you got them with the Bears and Jets.
Wow, Randy picked the Bears?
He went with the Bears.
What?
Something to say to Randy. The Jets more like trash.
Oh jeez. So he's going with the Bears as well. I'll go with the Jets. I'm thinking the Jets get the W in this one. Even though I talked crap about, with the Bears, I just have a feeling that home cooking, Robert Saleh, they're going to get a little bit more offense out of White this week. So give me the Jets.
I can't believe people are going with the Bears without Justin Fields, man. Like Trevor Siemian, bro. Like, oh, man, maybe they see something that I don't.
Maybe. That could be. That'll shift us over to the next game. This will be the Cincinnati Bengals. This is a really good matchup right here. Bengals 6-4 on the road.
Tennessee hosts Cincinnati.
They're going to go to Tennessee. Tennessee is now 7-3, where they like to say, "Touchdown, Titans!" So the Titans are 3-point underdogs at home, and it's going to be 56 degrees with a chance of rain in this one. Prime conditions for a run football game. What do you got?
Man, this is going to be a good one right here. I'm going to go with the better front seven, better defense. I'm going to go with the Tennessee Titans because the Bengals, their offensive line is somewhat they're an okay offensive line, but it's always been talked about that the Bengals offensive line hasn't really been protecting Joe Burrow all that good, and Tennessee can bring the pressure, bro. That's what it was winning the games late in the season. You got to be able to run the ball now. Kenny Mixon, because I don't know what happened with him, how he didn't score against the Pittsburgh Steelers. But, I'm going to go with Tennessee because I like their defense better than anything Cincinnati's got going on. So give me Tennessee.
Okay, Tennessee right there. Jaden and Justin checks in with the Jets previous. Randy's checking in with the Titans. Sonia's checking in with the Titans. While Walter thinks of his between the Bengals and Titans. I'm going with the Bengals in this one. I'm going to go with Cincinnati they're getting hot at the right time. I know Tennessee's at home. I know their defense has been playing better, but I have a funny feeling that Cincinnati's going to make some plays in this one. It's going to be a fun game. I could see like a 23-20 game. So this was really good. So who do you got, Walter?
I get why the Power Rangers won.
Power Rangers?
Yes, that's what I'm calling them. I get why the Power Rangers beat the Packers. But I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right, so that's me and Walter with the Bengals. Other than that, it's a clean sweep. Randy goes with the Titans. Sonia goes with the Titans. Each monkey goes with the Titans. And Jaden and Justin go with Titans.
Jaden.
Yep, there you go.
That's Jaden. I got to give a quick shout out to Jaden. His best friend Colin. I got to ask him who in the comments if Jaden can let me know who won the game earlier between him and his best friend Colin.
Okay. All right, so we got a few more games because it looks like everyone's playing this week, which is pretty crazy. Next one is the Atlanta Falcons 5-6. This is another good game right here because are the woke for real? They're 6-5. They have a chance to go to 7-5. They're 2-3 at home, but the Atlanta Falcons have something to say about that. They're trying to stay in that South race as they are 5-6, 1-4 on the road. They are 4.5-point underdogs to the Woke, and this one will be on and off rain, 53 degrees in Wokeville. So who do you got in this one, the Woke or the Falcons?
I'm gonna go with, man. It's gonna be tough. It's tough because you see Atlanta. They're putting something good together in Atlanta, but so is Washington. And like it's crazy to think that Washington with Taylor Heineke. How many wins has he had? He had that one loss against the Vikings, right? But other than that, he's just won everything else, right?
He's 4-1.
He's 4-1, and they had us. They had the Minnesota Vikings. They'd be 5-0 right now with Taylor Heineke at quarterback. Like, that's amazing right there. I love it, bro. I love it. That's why I love the sport so much. Give me Washington, bro. I got to go with the hot hand right now. They've been extremely consistent that game. You could easily make a case for why they were the better team against Minnesota. It was just like one or two plays that went against Washington, and that's why Minnesota beat them. But give me Washington all day on this one.
Okay. And so, real quick, Jaden says he won the game versus his brother 21-6. He quit, he said.
Oh, man.
Jaden also chimes in with the Falcons. He's going with Atlanta on the road.
Nice.
I'm going to go with the Woke as well because I really like Taylor Heineke. I think he's a rising star with them, and I think he's in the right system. Ron Rivera is a good coach. That defense is getting stronger. And they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. The only crazy thing is just like the AFC East, that entire division is wide awake and very much alive. So, I mean, it's going to be a battle to see who gets playoff spots from both those divisions, being the NFC East and AFC East. They're just so good. And we expected the West to be that way in both sides. Instead, it's the East this year. So pretty crazy. Real quick, Walter, who do you got? Do you go with the Woke or the Falcons? Washington. Hurry.
F word, Washington Falcons.
So he's going for the Falcons too. So Randy's going with the Woke. Sonia says she's going with the Commanders. She said that they're playing for victims of mass shootings, the one that happened in Virginia just last night. So they were playing for cancer patients and for Ron Rivera's mom the week before. So they have something to play for in this one too. So she's going.
It might get ugly in Landover, Maryland.
It might. Each monkey agrees he's going with a Woke, and Randy says Ron Rivera finally has an actual quarterback. So I agree with that.
It just took both of them a perfect match, right? It took them a long time to get together. Taylor Heineke was an undrafted free agent from Minnesota. He was on the Vikings practice squad, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was a long time ago. He's like 29, 30 years old now, Taylor Heineke is.
But some of these guys get it late, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
He could be one of these ones. Now to everyone's favorite. The Who Gives. Oh no, this isn't the Who Gives. I saw the wrong Los Angeles team up here. My bad. That's gonna jump us to the Los Angeles Chargers, which this one has playoff implications. Chargers are 5-5, 3-2 on the road versus the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona, 4-7. 3-point favorites are the Chargers. So who do you guys got in this one?
I'm going to keep it short and simple. The reason I'm picking against Arizona is because of the head coach in Arizona, Kyler Murray. He may or may not play, but it's not going to change my thoughts on this game. I'm going with the Chargers. Better team, better roster, better record, better win. Papa John's, baby.
There you go. And there's the horn. So that'll give the Cardinals, if they lose, they'll knock them out to go to 4-8 basically. I think the Chargers need this win more than the Cardinals. Obviously, this will probably be the nail in the coffin finally for the sunglasses, and we don't know if the midget's going to play yet. So as the picks come in, Sonia's going with the Chargers. I'm going with the Chargers. Jaden's going with the Chargers. Each monkey's going with the Chargers.
Randy, where you at? Is it a clean sweep, Randy?
I think we're just waiting on Randy here to chime in his. If not, I have it right here. He's also going with the Chargers.
All right, clean sweep.
Clean sweep for the first time right there. Everyone's in.
Everybody.
Hear us right now. We didn't jump off, so.
And also now I'm standing up because I got too cramp on the chair.
So who do you got, Chargers or?
You didn't ask me for the last game, so why not?
Well, because you were over there playing on the floor.
Because I had nothing to do.
Well, you got to make the picks and don't yell into the mic.
Alrighty. I picked the Chargers.
All right, so he's going with the Chargers as well. So we're all in right there.
The next game's a quick sweep.
Hold on. I think that is – oh, there we go. Yeah, so everyone's back on. All right, we're good. Sorry for the lag right there. There was a lag.
Yeah.
So everyone went with the Chargers, so no one's picking the Rams, which is a shock if you would have talked about Super Bowl champions, supposedly.
Yeah.
The next game is the Raiders in
So
Seattle.
who did Randy pick? The Chiefs or the Rams?
I think he went with the Chiefs. Yeah,
All right.
everyone went with the Chiefs in this one. So there you go, right there. The next game here is the Raiders versus the Seahawks. Raiders 3-7. The Chiefs are 6-4. They're 3-1 at home. They're 3.5-point favorites in this one. 42 degrees and cloudy. No rain in this one. Seahawks are averaging 25, giving up 24. Raiders are averaging 22, giving up 24 in this game. Who do you like in this one?
I'm gonna go with the 12th man. I'm gonna go with Pete Carroll and him chewing that Doberman Fresh gum. I'm gonna go with the Seattle Seahawks. I'm gonna go with Russell Wilson's old line. Go Hawks.
Yeah, I like the sound of that. The league's best young defense, and with a bunch of draft picks on the way, their pass rush looks a lot better. The tackling's been a lot more crisper, and the offense is starting to get it going. And Walker is, it's going to be a problem. So we'll see what happens in this game. Right now, let's see. Who do you got, Seahawks or Raiders?
You got me a Seahawks hat, so why not go Seahawks?
So because I got him a hat, he's going with the Seahawks.
And also,
That's
the Raiders suck now.
Well, yeah, you're right on that one. Jaden says Seahawks. Each monkey says Seahawks. Randy says Seahawks. Sonia says Seahawks. And Randy also says Pete Carroll, a.k.a. Ellen DeGeneres. That's kind of cold, man.
Who's Ellen DeGeneres?
You're going with Seattle too, Todd?
Oh, yeah, I'm going with Seattle. I'm just scared a little bit that the Raiders can put up some points. I think the key is stopping Adams in this game. So if we could at least shut him down a little bit, I'll be happy. But I don't know. I mean, they're going to keep it close. This isn't going to be a blowout by any stretch. So that's that on that game. Let's see if I can get it not to lag here, which we are getting a lag again. Yay. What the freak? Bear with me real quick as I get this last game here, and I'll just get it off my phone. As long as we have the audio, we'll just fix it. Hold on.
I'm going to do a shout-out right now. Go check out my channel, Steve Elise Deborah.
That's not your channel. That's your mom's channel.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Remind me why I bring you in here?
Yes.
Okay, then.
Yes.
Good.
Let's see. Hold on. Let me get to the last games
Yes.
until the lag goes away.
We got the Saints and the Niners still with then the Packers, Eagles, and then the Steelers and the Colts. So we got 3 of them left.
We have which ones left now?
The 49ers at home versus New Orleans. Then we got Green Bay at Philly, and then the Monday night game Pittsburgh at Colts.
All right, let's go with the Saints
49.
and 49ers right here.
I'm gonna go with 49ers on this one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go with the 49ers too. It's just the Saints are gonna be overwhelmed in this game. They got no chance. The Niners are just that good. So Niners are gonna continue to roll. They're gonna be 7-4. Randy goes with the 49ers. Sonia goes with the 49ers. We're going with the 49ers. Each monkey goes with the 49ers. Walter, you going with who? Anybody? Niners or Saints?
Jaden's gonna go with the Saints.
Okay. Jaden's going with the Saints.
No, I don't know. I'm just trolling him.
Todd, you already know what team I'm going to go for.
Oh, yeah. So Walter's going with the 49ers, and so is Jaden. So there you go right there. Here's a chance for an upset. Packers, Eagles, 4-7. Packers up against the Philadelphia Eagles, 9-1 at home. Eagles are a 10-point favorite in this one. Who do you got in this one?
Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna go with the underdog on this one. I'm gonna go with Green Bay on this one. I think that it's massive trap game. But then again, I think everybody on the Philadelphia's defense has too much respect for Aaron Rodgers. Who wouldn't, right? At this point in his career, what he's done, what he's accomplished, back-to-back MVP champ. So I really don't know. Actually, I'm gonna go with Philadelphia, bro, because they're not gonna overlook the back-to-back MVP. I think that would be foolish of Philadelphia to do, especially with what Christian Watson's done the last few weeks. And then you also got to consider everybody knows how good that Packers run game is, and Philadelphia just picked up those two beef eaters, Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh. So yeah, give me Philadelphia in this one.
Okay, Philadelphia. Or I think again, it's up to you, Walter. You going Eagles or Packers?
Once again, you already know my answer.
Don't yell into the mic.
I was not.
Okay. Eagles or Pack?
You already know my answer.
Packers?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm a
he's going for the Packers. He's the only one. Fly, Eagles, fly. Randy says Eagles. Sonia says Eagles. Ugh. As a woke fan, each monkey's going with the Eagles. Then he calls them Laggles. And then Jaden's going with the Eagles as well. So there you go. That's almost a clean sweep. And that'll take us to an interesting game. Steelers 3-7 versus the Colts 4-6-1. They're fighting for their playoff lives in this one. I like the Colts to break out in this one. I'll take the first crack at it. I like the offensive line to continue to get better. I like everyone's first-round fantasy pick to have a lot of good yards in this one, and the defense to continue to make progress. So the Colts are a 2.5-point favorite at home against the Steelers. Who do you guys got?
You're going with the Colts, Todd?
I'm going to go with the Colts.
I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay. Why is that?
Too much is being bought into how the Colts have performed the last few weeks, and until they stay consistent, they're not going to win me over. At least with the Pittsburgh Steelers, when they lose one week, they would come out and win the next week. So they're showing you consistency in their inconsistency. So yeah, give me the Steelers on this one.
Okay. Sonia's going to go with the Colts. Randy agrees with you. He likes the Steelers in that defense. Jaden is going to go with the Colts. Each monkey goes with the Colts, and now Walter, you get the last pick. Colts or Steelers? Wow, you're too fast there. Let's go. Come on, if you're going to make it in the business.
Steelers.
All right, he's going with the Steelers. So he's going with Pittsburgh right there. It's 2 for the Steelers, or 3 for the Steelers, actually. Randy, Carlos, and Walter go with the Steelers. So,
Oh, I went with Randy?
yeah, you did.
Oh.
So as we move forward here, for all those listening and watching, we're going to have it more consistent next week. We just had a lot of technical difficulties next week. I'll get out these bugs for next week. We'll be good. We're going to have the prediction show again, or the highlight show first on Tuesday, and then the prediction show on Wednesday. So it'll be 5 p.m. Pacific, and then you just pick your hour and time from right there. So any final words on the chat, and any final words, Carlos?
Just for anybody out there that's going to do anything for Thanksgiving, stay safe and enjoy the time with your loved ones. You don't know when your last day and time is with your loved ones. I know it sounds a little cheesy and corny, but honestly, man, you show everybody your gratitude and be thankful for another day on earth. Enjoy all the football tomorrow. Hopefully the Vikings win. Yeah, man, hopefully everybody has a good holiday. And everybody that joined our chat and all that, appreciate you guys, and just make sure that you guys tune in every Tuesday and Wednesday when we do our show.
Exactly. Sonia says that we missed the Kansas City game. We might have because of the lag, but I think we're all just going to agree the Chiefs are going to win.
The Chiefs game, it was a clean sweep. The Chiefs over the Rams. I think, Sonia, if you want to lock in your pick, who are you going with, Sonia?
I think she's going Chiefs.
I think she is too.
And Randy wishes everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Right back at you, brother.
Yeah.
Okay, got something to say. Jets are trash, and also Randy's trash.
Oh, come on.
What a way to go out, huh?
I'm not pushing him to say that, Randy. He's just, I don't know.
Hey, you better watch it. You better watch it, Walter, because if Randy ever preps up any food for you or any snacks, he's gonna slip in a little bit of laxative in your meals.
I already ate laxative.
Oh my gosh. Here's the thing, though. Randy's coming down from Fresno to watch the Jets-Seahawks game, so you better be nice to him in the meantime.
You better get him a Jets jersey, just so a Jets or Seahawks jersey, so that way he can watch it with Randy.
Yeah.
Jets suck.
Well, you're gonna be here when he comes down, so I'd be nice to him.
Dude, if the Seahawks end up blowing out the Jets, can you imagine how annoyed Randy's in the game? he's gonna have little Walter just trolling them all day. Dude, that'll be a show right there.
Right.
That will be the bestest show.
Sonia's
I'd be annoyed. I'd be like, dude, my team's getting blown out. What do you want me to do about it?
He's gonna be like, Todd, shut that kid up.
Time for me to leave, Todd.
Sonia says, have a wonderful turkey day, everyone. Randy says, I'll be there New Year's Day, kid.
Nah, you will not. You will not.
He's already made his reservations. He's coming down. So
We already made his reservations. I'm going to cancel that.
all of a sudden, he's going to be like in the freaking in the room. He's going to lock himself in his room. All right, guys. Well, and gals out there, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back next week. Enjoy your holiday tomorrow, and enjoy the football on Sunday.
Yes.